1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5,
Look at that.
5.
Five, wait, 5 year
5 years.
anniversary.
5 years of Adobe Office hours. Chat, I know that we make up a lot of numbers, but that means that we have at least 250 episodes of Adobe Office hours. That
Gosh,
is crazy.
unreal.
Welcome to our 5-year anniversary of Adobe Office hours. Nick, we did it.
Wow. That's all from a taco lunch 5 years ago to
Taco lunch
now.
5 years ago. Yep. And we're going to be
Yeah.
celebrating with another taco lunch in a few
Yeah.
weeks. And by a few weeks, I mean next week at
Yes,
CropCon. So next week, chat, it is a very important episode. We'll tease what
it
we're
is.
doing next week, but we are going to be recording it because Nick and I will both be at CropCon. But there are some big things coming next week as well as the week after for the future of Office Hours. Ooh,
Future.
mystery.
We do that every week.
It's
Like
true. We just like tease it out. We're like, everything's
every week there's a
changing.
whole new office hours.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Office Hours. If this is your first time watching, we're celebrating 5 years today. We're going to be doing some reminiscing, some fun, some express, a little bit of things here and there. But let's hop in and get started. Nick.
What's up, chat? Hey, I just was noticing that.
Yeah, what's up? Hi. Nick, what is this show and why have we been going for 5 years? The story that I ask myself every week.
That's the why I'm not sure I can answer, but the what, we are a weekly show here on Adobe Live, and we have just about covered everything, right? We started in portfolio reviews. We went into more like lecture-based ones. We've dabbled in podcasts. We've done design challenges, but it's here for just a fun, creative catch-up for the week, and we cover everything. I don't think there's anything we haven't tackled in 265,000 episodes.
Yep. And according to this saying, scared and curious about the changes. Ooh, no, they're very good changes.
Mm-hmm.
They're very good changes. Such good changes. So much.
You got to do this while you do.
So much changes. So much good changes that we are very, very, very excited about. And thank you, Wade. Look at that.
Aww.
We're like 12 hours away.
The third amigo right there.
The third amigo.
Yes.
Wade, you've made
Thanks,
it with
Wade.
us. Wade, you get credit for 4.5 of the years, I think. You've been gone.
Plus a theme song, so it's kind of it evens out.
You did do an answer, yeah. All right, so let's hop in. Today we have a bunch of content. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be chatting. We also are going to be asking you questions, chat. As you can see, chat, you get to hang out with us on the screen. I think we're only one of the only shows that does that. Love to see you there. And I thought you'd dress up for the episode. No, Nick and
I'm at school.
I was gonna say Nick and I have had the craziest days. We did match, so that counts for something.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and hop in, chat. We're gonna be asking a bunch of questions. We want you to respond as well. This is a very community-based show. If you're joining us for the first time, chat's gonna be over there. And chat, you know what? We might give you a little upgrade today, chat. Let's do this. Are you ready? Here we go.
I'm not. What are we doing?
Dun, 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 dun. Chat, we're gonna give you like
it's all about you.
A little more real estate here because it's all about you today.
Happy early birthday. That's right.
It is my birthday tomorrow.
That's right.
Yay.
We started. Did we start on your birthday?
We started on my birthday. First episode, right. April 17th.
Oh my gosh.
That's
so
it.
That's how we know. Thank God we have a milestone like that makes us go like, because otherwise it would be like, forget about it.
No idea. Okay, chat, we have a lot of questions to do, and chat replaces Nick. Just no chat.
Wow.
Wow.
Thanks, Wade.
Ice cold, Wade. Now,
right. Hey, look at it this way. Now I can read chat. So
yes, right, right, and yes, Elizabeth said big chat. Maybe
big chat.
On special occasions we'll bring out big chat for y'all.
Oh my God, that's a new. We're starting new little core memories on year 5. That's the first one.
And yes, Wade
chat.
says Andrew starts every big project on his birthday. It's so true. This year's is launching next week. All right, let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to be asking questions, and chat, we want you to answer, and we're going to give our answers as well. It looks like a lot of people in chat are longtime Adobe Office Hours viewers, which is great. Thank you so much for watching. So hopefully we can engage with this. If this is your first week, hang out, learn a little bit about the show.
Say hi.
Maybe you'll learn something today. Maybe you'll just get to hang out and chat. But let's go ahead and hop in. Nick, let's do this.
Okay.
We're going to call this next section
Oh,
5 years in 5 segments.
minutes. Oh, good. Okay. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask questions and we'll both answer it in chat. You can do this as well. And what's the anniversary for 5? What is it? Wood?
Oh, yeah, or paper? No. Yeah. Let's
What do we
find
got,
out.
chat? I need you to let us know what the 5 year anniversary is. But Nick,
What is it called again? What is
uh,
the
the gift.
Oh, yes. What is the gift for a 5-year anniversary?
You
Let's
know that
find
it's an
out.
anniversary show when Nick and I are on our phones. Should we call people on the episode today? No,
I
we're not
think,
going to.
yeah, I know, right?
Uh,
Yeah. It is wood. It is
it's wood.
yes.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
Yes,
All
got
right,
it.
cool.
All right. So Nick, first
Go.
question of 5 years. What is the biggest lesson learned? And chat, this is a question for you.
Wow.
What is one of the biggest lessons you've learned from watching Adobe Office Hours?
Wow.
Do you have one,
Biggest
Nick?
lesson. Yeah. I love that there is this community that is around the entire world that plugs in and chimes in on a daily basis. That's pretty big. I didn't know that really existed until doing this here and chatting with everybody here in the chat window. So I think that's kind of like the biggest thing. I'd have to say getting to know the applications and all of the new technology better and better. This has been a crash course for me as well as everybody who tunes in. How about
Yep.
you?
I think
What do you?
my biggest lesson learned is to just be adaptive, to just like go with the
Mm-hmm.
flow. I like to have things structured. I like to have a plan, but it's been really fun to just go with the flow. And over the 5 years, just figure out what office hours is, constantly adapt, constantly evolve. And again, that's continuing within the next few weeks here. We are evolving into something new. So I think
Yeah.
that's been my favorite is just taking this show through when we were going through seasons. Then we
Yeah.
went through the 101, 201 years. Then we went through Adobe Abroad. Like we've been going for a long time and thinking back, like it really breaks my brain for how long
Yeah.
office hours has been happening, which is great. And it's been
Oh, that's a
awesome.
great point. I think like the point of like having to like produce content, it kind of snuck up on us, right?
Yep.
Like after a while, you're like, oh, we have to look at the numbers and see like how many we've done and where we've adapted to. I hope you guys dig that because like
Yeah.
it should. It's like we're here every week, but like we can change it up all the time.
Yep, 100%.
Good.
All right, chat, let us know your biggest lessons learned. And
Wade,
what
look at
is
Wade's.
it? Dumpster fires can
Dumpster
be very
fires can be
educational.
very educational. I'm gonna
Yes.
put that on a t-shirt. I
Here to
love
help
it.
you learn. All right, favorite guest on the
gosh.
show.
What,
Favorite
anything
guest.
we've had a bunch.
Yep.
Loved having Jen and Amy on. That was obviously a fun one
Yes,
as
we had the
well.
fireside chat. If you haven't watched that, we had a fireside chat with Jen and Amy Hood.
Yes.
So go watch that. I think my
That was a
favorite
good
is
one.
when we did the mental health episode
Mm.
and we had the therapist on.
Oh, yes,
remember? And
that
we
was
like broke down
great.
like mental health for creatives, and I thought that was really cool, super fun. That's one
That
of my
was
favorites.
great.
If you haven't watched, that was a couple years ago. You can go back and watch that episode.
Gosh.
If you're here, chat, do you have
That's
a
wild.
favorite person who has been a guest on the show? Favorite episode that you've watched?
Yeah.
And chat, we gave you big chat, so we need big answers.
We
Big
need
chat,
big answers.
Yes.
This is your time to shine.
This is your time to shine, chat.
Like this is it. Look at. Oh, I love that. Office Hours Summer Camp, probably favorite. Yeah, that was my favorite theme. And it was like good because it was summertime. So it was good.
Yes, I 100% agree. And chat, it's
great.
really bugging me, so I'm about
Yeah.
to do something
Uh-oh.
real quick. Okay.
Extra big chat.
I mean we could go mega chat, but I'm gonna
Mega chat. That's a
okay,
good
I'm
one.
gonna fix this and chat while I fix this.
Oh, I like
Nick,
that.
next
No,
question
yes,
is
go for it.
ooh, this is a good one. Design trends that we have survived.
Oh, what have we survived? What's the definition of that? Oh, look at you. You're so good.
I'm trying.
Nice little shift
Yeah.
there. Let's see. Survive meaning we're okay with or we've
that like
adopted.
we had that we hated and we made it
Oh.
through. That's what. So I mean, we've been on for 5 years. So chat, we've seen it come
We've
and go.
seen it.
Um,
Yeah. Anything come to mind immediately? I'm trying to think of a good showstopper.
I mean,
That was-
mine is Y2K.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I
God.
was over
Yeah.
Y2K like almost the second that it started, and we got to watch that come and go in the last 5 years. And Elizabeth
That's a
Mock
good
saying, "Love the brand slam." Some of our favorite episodes as well.
That was a fun little happy accident, I think, too.
Yep,
right?
it was. Yeah, a little last minute plan that turned into
That's
a whole
a good
thing.
one. That could be a whole show on itself. Let's see what else. Another trend. I would say the wavy fonts.
Oh, we fight about this one. This
Yeah,
one makes, yeah, and this is like one of my favorite
it's
segments that we
evolved.
used to do. Yeah,
It's evolved.
it's
It's
evolved, but yes,
the like any trend. What stays behind is the curated, usable, timeless version of it. But at the moment, it was too much for me.
yep. And Wade dropped a link to the mental health episode. Yes, with
Oh,
our
thanks, dude.
friend Nima. Really great interview there. Thank you, Wade, for finding that. Nick, I think one of my favorite things that if you haven't watched chat
Yeah.
is when we did counterpoints for a
Oh,
second in
was good.
time. Adobe
That
Office
was good.
Hours became Anchor Points. It's a
Yeah.
deep cut, but Adobe Office Hours became Anchor Points. We changed the name of the show. We changed the format. We went over to Twitch. And on that, we had a segment called Counterpoints. And that was when Nick and I disagreed on things.
Yeah.
And I will fight to my dying day for wavy fonts. I love weird wavy fonts. So glad that was yours, Nick. But
I think I won in the chats, though. I think the chats were on my side.
I
I
know.
remember. We'll have to look that up. Wait.
Yeah, right. The Anchor Points episodes like are somewhere. I don't
Do
know
they
if
do they exist?
I think they exist somewhere.
Are
We
they
need
in
to
the
find them.
ether?
Maybe we'll upload them to our
Yeah.
playlist. Do a
They're
little.
on the dark
throwback.
web. They're on
Yeah.
the dark web.
All right, and let's go ahead and hop into the next question. Let's talk about what's next. Let's hop in. It's early in the show, but let's hop into what's next, the future of Office Hours. And the answer is we can't tell you a lot, which is not fun. We can't tell you yet. But something that we can tell you is that we are going to be doing a lot more resources. We're going to be helping you level up your creative careers a whole lot more. And we're going to be doing a lot more podcast episodes. So we're going to have
some more guests.
Yeah, some more guests on the
Yeah.
show, hanging out with
Ooh.
Adobe Office Hours.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, so we are going to be doing a lot more podcast episodes. We are going to be having fun every week, but we are going to be changing things up for the future. So we can't tell you too much about it, but it's going to be great. All right. And somebody's saying anchor or points.
Encounter points.
Counterpoints. All right, let's go ahead and
too many memories.
go on to the next segment that we want to do, and that is Office Hours superlatives.
Ooh.
Nick, when you were in high school and you did the yearbook, did you ever have a superlative that was assigned to you?
How'd you know I was in yearbook?
You just gotta have yearbook vibes.
It was my way of like, do you remember the last semester of like high school? You're like, I could take yearbook, journalism, and soccer and be like, that's all I have.
Yes.
And I'll
100%.
graduate.
Yes.
That was it. Oh, a superlative. Gosh, probably, I guess I was like most friendliest
Yep.
in that way. Yeah.
I think
I was Mr. Networker.
I want to say that mine was most likely to be famous. Because I was like super extroverted. I was like a drama kid. I was like, I was out there.
That's cool.
But let's do this.
Okay.
Let's go through our Office Hours superlatives. And chat, you get to participate in this as well.
Please. Yes, as many as possible.
Our most unexpected moment. Most unexpected moment of the last 5 years. I want to say... I'm trying to think of our specific moment.
Unexpected. Let's see.
I think one that got me, that you taught me, is how to click through objects. Like, it's just a dumb little thing. But, like, in Illustrator, so chat, if you haven't seen this, in Illustrator, if you have multiple objects, so, like, I'm going to make just a couple objects that are overlapping each other. And this is something that Nick taught me like forever ago. But these three are overlapping, is you can click on the top one and then you can hold Control. And as you click through, it will select the objects in the same space. You can see that it's like clicking through to select those objects stacked on top of each other.
That was a good one.
I think that's one that like kind of blew my mind. That is one of my like most unexpected moments where I'm like learning something. I'm like,
I got one for you.
Hit me.
Just when in doubt, add noise.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Honestly, and I use that so often when I have a student and they're combining like, let's say, an Illustrator file with some Photoshop files, and they're just not jiving, right? They look jarringly different. adding the noise makes all the difference in the world. In fact, just doing it in a lot of cases makes it feel less artificial and a little bit more authentic.
Yep.
And the second one was modifying stroke in Photoshop. Again, most of my learning lessons are Photoshop because I'm the Illustrator guy. I love when you showed how you have the marching ant and you want to come a little bit closer in on that.
Yep.
Modifying and I guess going with what's it called? You have plus or minus, which is great. So
Yep.
my favorites.
I'm trying to find an example of somewhere that I've added noise to kind of just give you the before and after chat, because it does make the world a difference. And the one that I don't have that I want to show you is when we did the burger trucks. It was so good, and I don't have the version of it that we did a couple years ago. But if you miss it, adding noise on top of stuff is awesome. And somebody already is saying, I didn't know about the selected objects tricks. That's why you need to be watching Office Hours.
I know, those little tricks. I was just telling Andrew before this, I was showing my class literally like 15 minutes ago, generative recolor. And every single one of them went like, you can see the light bulb went over their head. And now they were like, I can master color and make 20 options in color in like 2 seconds.
Yep. Nick, do you think any of your students are watching the show right now?
No, they're not.
Wow. 10 points off.
I know, right? I can obviously make it required viewing material. I think I should do that. Right? But no.
Wait a second. Show one of my movie title with and without noise. I have those. Hold on, let me look.
Ooh, perfect.
So
Let's see.
I want to show how much the noise makes a difference. Where's my... I did a Night Before Christmas. There it is. All right, chat. You're going to see this one. Oh, this is a massive document. This is such a mistake to try to open on screen. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is great. This is great. Okay, so I'm going to show you without... This is how you build with like noise and layers. So
that's the one I was imagining.
Yep. So you can see here that we have like the noise on the edges. And even like in the background, let's go ahead and just turn off this noise layer. You can see, right? It's very flat, very clean. And then I add the noise layer. That's like the sidelines. And then I come up here and turn on this lighting. And the lighting just like makes it come to life. And that literally is just like a white layer that's glowing. And then I have a noise layer that goes on and off. And then a vignette around the edge. And so adding that noise on top like makes the world of difference. Yeah. And here's your tip on how to do that is you can make a new layer. So over here in your new layers panel, Control-Shift-N to make a new layer, or just click on the new layer, change the blending mode to overlay, and then fill with neutral overlay color, hit OK. And that's going to make a layer that like doesn't exist or it doesn't show up at all because it's just gray. And when you go to filter, noise, add noise, now it's going to augment your design with the noise because it is just a blank layer that's getting highlights and lowlights thrown onto it. So you can do that, go here, and now you can see we got that nice gritty, like it just makes it look so tasty. And it looks like custom and old. Like
it looks like it's gone through the Xerox machine a few times. Like I always love that added effect. I've even done it in color solids that are being printed on packaging because sometimes you're like, if it's got to be a little bit more rustic or a little bit more kind of like organic vibe, it's a great way to do that. And just layering over something and give it a little opacity. Man, it's such a fun trick. I love that.
Yep.
Bring in the noise, baby.
Bring the funk, bring the noise. That's it.
Look at that.
Okay.
Good example. Good example.
And chat, again, if you have examples of things as we talk through these, please let us
bring
know.
them up. Favorite memories.
Yeah, we brought out big chat, so big answers. Someone's saying Casablanca. Yeah, 100%. That's my zone. So I grew up watching old black and white movies like that. And so that is the design that I really like to work in and enjoy working in.
That's cool, dude.
All right.
What's our next one?
Here's a good one. I think that I have the answer. Of the last 5 years, Nick, who do we call out as the most loyal viewer?
Elizabeth.
I think it's Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you are the most loyal viewer of the last 5 years. You get an award. Bravo.
Yes.
Viewer of the half decade.
The fourth amigo.
The fourth amigo. Me, Nick, Wade, and Elizabeth. So thank you so much for watching, Elizabeth. All right. Best chat comment ever. Ooh, this is going to be a hard one to think through.
Gosh.
Chat, do you have any favorites? Yeah, please chat. Do you have any favorite moments or things that we have said or that you've said in the chat? I think that somebody like read me so hard and said something about my hair. Do you
Oh,
remember this?
really?
That like there
Yeah.
was a day that we were talking about like offsetting path or
Yeah.
something, and somebody says like, "Oh, is that what happened to your hair? Did you like offset the path?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh my
And
God.
I think that that's my favorite chat comment that's ever happened. So, chat, if you can think of a favorite comment that you've dropped in, please let us know. Nick, do you remember any like moments or good chat comments?
Oh, there were a few, and there's one author, and I think we all know who that was. It was probably some zing from Wade back in the day. I can't remember what it was, but there was definitely something there. A few times I might have said something funny and or incorrect, and I love Wade's little quick response. Those were always good.
Yep.
I did. You know what's so funny? I was doing something where I was trying to find new ideas for a topic name or something for
Uh-huh.
one of our episodes, and it came back with a ChatGPT came back with this thing and it said something about whether it's blah 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 or Andrew trying a new hairstyle. I was like,
It
how
knows.
does it
It knows
know?
I'm in
It knows.
crisis.
I love it. That's great.
Okay, let's talk next one. And yes, Devlin always has good zingers.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, most used or favorite inside joke. I think actually, I'll let you go first, Nick. What is your favorite inside joke or like bit that we do?
Oh gosh. Well, dumpster fire has to be
Yep.
number one in a lot of ways. What else? We've had some pretty good keywords.
I think
What
my
was
favorite that kind of went away that we did for a long time was
sure.
why design?
Why? Yeah. Just, why? Dot dot dot.
Why design? If you have watched in the past, we used to talk a lot about like breaking down the who, what, where, when, why, and I think that we used to always ask why. Why design? So that was one of my favorites. Chat, let us know
That
what
was good.
your favorite joke or inside joke was, or phrase that we've used.
It kind of
And
came out of just the fact that we were building those decks for a while, and it always the second slide was always why typography.
yes, 100%. Chat, Nick, this is gonna be a good one for you.
Okay.
I'll start out because I have the project open. I'll give you some time.
Go. Oh, go. Okay.
What is your favorite challenge theme or project that we've worked on? Favorite challenge theme or project that we worked on. Nick has his screen furiously going over there looking. Chat, here's my favorite is when we did the brand slam and I did Le Creuset and cup noodles.
Yeah.
And I made this. This is my favorite thing that I've ever made in my
Oh,
entire
dude,
life.
you
Like,
had that ready.
it is
Dang it.
so fun. This was such a fun project to work on. And then we did the opposite side and did like
I know
this
mine.
little guy.
Yeah.
It just is so perfect.
Oh,
This
let's
one made
see.
me so happy and I had a blast working on it. This is probably my favorite brand slam that we've done. I think favorite project that we've done. I was pretty excited when we did the
I found mine.
Peter Piper pickle
Pickles?
the
Oh,
pickles.
you ran with that one, dude.
I thought that was
awesome.
fun, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
like ended up doing that for a long time. We had a bunch of different versions of that.
That was good.
Um,
That was good.
I'm trying to find one more here, and while I do, Nick, let's hop over to yours. What is your favorite project that we've worked
This
on?
was the brand slam of FAO Schwartz and Toys R Us.
Yes.
And I remember just like every one of our brand slams, you could tell when both of us get that moment where like, this is it. I'm going to run with it. And I think it was Generative Color that gave me, I did like old antique toy and it gave me that off-white and these colors. And I was like, done. I'm in. Love this one. And then a little bit of Firefly over in the bottom for like the room decor of how that would look.
Yep.
Just a
Ooh,
blast.
Okay, I have one more chat that I want
Go.
to show up. And somebody's saying, you guys did an episode outside once. I forget what product you were showing off. Yes, that is our only outside episode.
Yes.
Uh,
Was that for Lightroom?
I want to say that was for
Rush?
Lightroom, and we recorded. It might have been for a Rush. We recorded an outside episode.
Oh
You were
God,
so
dude.
right, and I forgot that happened.
I think it was it Spark
It might have been Spark.
before it was Express?
Yes.
I think it was.
But
Yeah.
that was one of my
We'll do another one.
favorites. We'll
That's a
definitely
great
do
idea.
another one. That was one of my favorite episodes
Great
that we have
call.
done. Great callback on that.
Oh, Wade, Adobe Capture. I think it might have
Oh,
been
it was Adobe Capture. You're right.
Still the best little kept secret in Adobe's like ecosphere.
Yep, it was 100% Adobe Capture. Another one that I'm never gonna find, chat. If you can find it, please. I know that I posted it on my Twitter at some point. When we did Sprite and Snapple as
Yeah, that
the
was our
Brand
first one.
Slam, I think it was. You're right. I think it was the
Yeah.
very first Brand Slam. I have my original file here,
You
but
had
we
a
had
moment.
some mock-ups that turned
Yeah.
out so good for this project. So I think that was one of my favorites. The Brand Slams in general have been just a really, really good time.
Oh, dude. I remember, I think that was the one too where you were messing around, whatever, and then two things came together and you were like, that's it.
Yep.
This is the one.
Yep.
That's cool.
100%. So chat, let us
Love
know
it.
if you have a favorite project or episode that we've worked on. All right. Ooh, okay. This is going to be our next segment.
Okay.
We're going off the run sheet. This
Let's
one's going to
go.
get a little more hands-on. And chat, we may let you pick some of this stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, big chat. You know what? Here, let's
Big
do this. Let's do
Oh gosh, I love it. I can see the shirt already.
super mega chat. There we go. We're
Big
gonna,
chat.
yeah, there we go.
Big
I'll be. Wait, hold on. Wait. I can hold on. Wait. Okay, this is gonna.
Okay.
This is literally gonna break everything.
There we go.
Chat. Here we go. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna go over here with Nick. There we go. All right, chat. There you go.
World class television production. Let's go.
There we go. Chat. We gave you the maximum size chat. There we go. All right. And yes, Trey is saying somebody posted the results on Discord. Good call. I forgot about that.
Hey,
Okay.
good idea.
So here's what we're going to do with Mega Chat over here is we are going to have you pick the twist. This is going to be a little segment where Nick and I take a twist on a little challenge and see if we can do something really quickly, have some fun looking back. Nick,
Yeah.
you are going to be designing something live,
Okay.
but ... So chat, you're going to get to pick the twist here is Nick is going to design something live. Let's have Nick, you're going to design a logo live.
Okay.
And it's going to be a logo for a pizza place. So it's going to be a pizza restaurant. You're going to do a logo.
Okay.
But ... Chat, what do we say?
Okay.
We can do like, he can only use two
This
colors.
is like a Mad Libs for logo.
100%. Yep. And ooh, okay. All right. We got a couple things here.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so
going.
Nick, you were going to design a logo live,
I'm
but
gonna write this down. So pizza.
yes, it's pizza restaurant,
Okay.
but it has to include the number 5 for the 5 years. Great twist, Elizabeth.
I love that.
Love the twist. So it has to include the number 5 in your design.
Okay. What else?
What else? Chat. Give us some more. Give us another twist. Clever would like to see a spaceship. If we can incorporate a spaceship. And okay, yes. Ibrahim is saying pizza place. Yes. Okay, so let's do that. Space age themed pizza. Okay, cool. So it's a pizza place. You have to use the number 5, and it has to include some kind of spaceship.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
All right. Cool. The number 5, or can I spell it out?
Nick, you can do it. Already feels like you're trying to cheat, but let's sure. Nick's always trying to cheat on his challenges, so we might as well let it go now. If anything's consistent over the 5 years, no. Yes, I think you can do it. Ooh, okay. Just talk us through because this is already looking cool.
I'm thinking 5 Planet Pizza. That's the name of the place.
Ooh, I like that
because I think we want to be in that with the spaceship. So I know we need that. This is probably going to change to a different font. So let's get this over here. But 5. Oh, actually, it might work. It feels very Planet of the Apes too, doesn't it?
It does, and it also feels very like docking bay in space kind of thing. Like it feels the big 5 feels like it would be really good on like a wall. Oh, Nick's going places. What's the 5th planet? We have the sun, and then we have Mars. And then we have Mercury, and then we have Saturn, and then we have Earth, and then we have Jupiter, and then the other ones.
What are we talking about?
Okay,
let's see.
Mars is fourth. Jupiter is the fifth planet. So I guess this makes sense.
Okay. So there's our, let's
Nick,
see.
I liked what you were doing, putting it in the five.
You like that
I think it
here?
looked interesting in like the little reverse at the top.
Yeah. So Planet 5 pizza, we'll call it.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. So let's make it white for now. There we go. Planet 5
Chat,
pizza.
chat. There are now like 7 messages in chat, like trying to count out what the fifth one is. You all have Google like at your fingertips. We could
Of
find
course
this
they
out in
do.
seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we have Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn as answers to the fifth planet. Chat, what is the fifth planet?
In the history of astronomy, a handful of solar system bodies other than Jupiter have been counted as the fifth planet from the sun.
That is the least helpful answer. That is insane. Okay, so Jupiter is the right answer. All right, how we doing, Nick?
Okay, we're doing good. I'm just trying to get this here. We're gonna do, let's go here like that. Okay. And we'll get some colors. And we need a spaceship, right?
Yes.
Can I cheat?
Yeah. 100%. How are you gonna cheat?
We're gonna do a little generative.
Yes.
Let's see here. All right. So we need an icon of a spaceship.
Jupiter is the fifth. Thank you,
Shaped
chat.
like a pizza slice. Ooh, I'm doubling up. Maybe we can get this. Let's see.
Ooh.
I'm asking for a spaceship shaped like a pizza slice. Let's see what happens.
So what we could do as well as that goes, I'll show you another way to do that, chat, is you can, let's make a pizza slice real quick. And oh, my mouse is doing the thing again. And we are going to make like the slice of a pizza. So I'm just going to scale in these corners, and then I'm going to take the top here and just round it out. So we have a nice pizza slice. And with this selected, I can go up to Object, Generative Shape Fill, and this is going to fill in that shape for me. And we are going to do like spaceship rocket pizza and see what happens. Shape strength, we want to be like in the middle. We want to kind of get that shape. And then we want minimum amounts of detail. We're going to hit generate and let's see what happens. And Nick, what'd you get over there?
I got a little pizza slice, but I'm going to do like a little flame kind of thing below it, like this.
Oh,
and then I'm going to use intertwine to kind of get it in between the 5.
Oh,
and
nice.
That's why I took the, let's see how that looks. There we go. Cool. All right. So I'm just doing something really quick here. Are you going to be doing one of these too?
I mean, like, yeah, probably.
All right, cool.
I don't think chat's going to let me get away with not doing one.
There you go. All right, cool. So there we go.
Here's what I got.
Let's see.
Little spaceship on the pizza.
I kind of dig that. All right, so let's go here. And then if I group that.
No,
and
my keyboard's going to die. Chat.
Oh, no.
Chat, hold on. Hold on, chat. I don't want to lose you to let go. All right, Nick, take it away. I need to
All right.
this in.
Cool, no worries. So I am trying, let's see, let's make, what color should this guy be? Maybe a little bit of a blue, just to, okay, yeah, that's cool for space. And now let's try to intertwine these two together. Can it work? So we're going to go to Object, Intertwine, Make, and I think I want this part of wood underneath. Let's see, does that work? Help me out, guys. Ah, kind of what we wanted, but not exactly, huh?
That's not wrong.
Yeah. Actually, if we make this a little bit big, whoops, ungroup, Z. Here we go.
All right, chat, we're good. Keyboard is charging.
Good. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up as fast as I can because we want to see what you're gonna make here. All right, cool. There we go. And then let's get this to the orange. And pizza should be the blue. Oh, and then this should be the red. Let's make that here. Okay.
All right.
5 Planet Pizza.
5 Planet Pizza. We did it. We did pizza restaurant, but it had to have, that's great. I love it.
And
but it had to have the letter 5.
Got to have our second one like this too.
Yes, of course. All right, Nick, you get to choose for me. What is mine going to be?
Okay. Do I get to see chat here? Let's see.
Oh, here, I'll put chat back up. Here we go.
Okay, chat. So we need your help here. So you're going to do a logo for a band. It's a
Okay.
band.
Okay.
Guys, what genre of the band should he be doing, and what's the name of this band? Okay, so genre and name of the band, and make it
Okay.
fun, make it super colorful, make it super animated. So he's got a lot of stuff to kind of pull from. And then while you're putting that, the third component will be it has to be in one font.
It has to be in one font?
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. Bluegrass. I love that. Bluegrass. Oh,
Okay.
yes. And then what's the name, guys? The first name that I see will go with Bluegrass. And then what's the font he has to use, right? The font as well. Or maybe I'll let you art direct that. Um, Bollywood, Katrina for the win.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
It's called Bollywood. They are a bluegrass band, and you can
A
use.
bluegrass band called
Yes.
Bollywood?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh my
Katrina
gosh.
saves
Okay.
the day.
All
I
right.
love that.
I think
And
that
one font.
yeah, I know that I want to have some like ligatures.
Mm-hmm.
So just like something to play around with. So I'm going to go
Yeah.
here and then I'm going to use Adobe fonts to find something that has like little ligatures. So I know that I would
Okay.
definitely want it to be a serif. I definitely want it to be maybe a little bit more on the like high no, I want regular contrast.
Okay.
And then I think that I want to have uppercase and lowercase.
Okay.
And let's see. I want something that's like maybe has some slant to it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scroll through. I'm not mad about that, but I want something that has like a little bit more some something.
Yeah.
What is this
And
got?
you're right, because if you have some nice little add-ons to it, those could be graphic elements to the logo because it's
Yep.
part of the font.
Yep, 100%. And so I'm
Ooh.
looking for something that has
What
like a
type of
little
ornaments?
bit of extra. Yeah. I do think Capitolium is a font that I've used before, and I do like this italic. I just need to see if there's anything here. So what we can do is we can go here and then go up to type and click on glyphs, and it's going to show me all of the glyphs that are included in this font. So it doesn't look like I have any contextual alternatives to work with, which kind of stinks. But what I can do is we are going to do this.
Bali.
I know I want it all lowercase. And I think I'm going to do it as two letters. So we're going to kern this in really closely.
Ooh, I know what you can use the tilde. That's a good little piece to
like
use.
a little tilde, yeah.
You can make like a kind of radial thing with that.
Oh yeah. So what I want to do
Katrina,
here,
feel free to chime in on art direction.
Yeah, please help me.
That looks great.
All right, so let's go here, and I definitely want to augment the counters in these O's. So I'm going to use the lasso tool, which is just Q is the hotkey, and it's going to allow me to grab like these little counters,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to grab both of them. Actually, I'm going to grab a bunch of them because I'm going to grab the one that is inside this D as well. And what I want to do is create just like a little bit of visual interest by tilting them all. So they're all going to get tilted like just a little tiny bit to add some visual interest. And actually, I think that I'm just going to do
just the O's.
Yeah, I don't think I want this one.
There you go.
So we're going to get this out of here.
Are you going to slant them like the other way, like the reverse italic? Or...
Yeah, so I can, with
cool.
these selected, I am going to go to object, transform, and then transform each. And that way I can move them all individually. And so now when I start to rotate these, you'll see that they all rotate individually. And so I think that I want to, right now they're leaning like a little bit backwards. And I think that I actually, let's see what happens if we reflect it.
What if you turn it, I wonder, could you get inspiration as maybe like a guitar shape for bluegrass? Like by turning them, like, is there something that, I like the reverse.
I do too.
The reverse is really cool. Like what a cool little trick that is.
Yep. Okay. I like that. So we're going to keep that there just to create some interest. And then like the font weights get really weird.
Yeah.
Which I like. I definitely want to extend this. So I'm going to pull this over to just be like straight across and then maybe like erase what's happening up here And by erase, I mean I'm just going to do... Oh, that's like an organic shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go there. And here I am, quote unquote, erasing.
Yeah. Everyone has their own techniques.
Yep. I just can kind of create some like little visual interest. I definitely want this to come up and then like connect
Swoop.
over to here. And so what I can do is I'm going to select this W and then use the pencil tool over here. And I'm going to hit enter on the pencil tool and then do smooth. And then I want to edit selected paths within 15 pixels. Hit OK. And when I select this and use the pencil tool, I can simply come up here and find this. And then I want to do like a little swoop here. And then come back. And it's going to augment that shape for me. And so we're going to get some nice little swoop. And I want it to kind of connect there. So I think that I might want to... I need to come the other way. Okay, so here. And then swoop in. And then back out and down.
Nice.
Okay, I'm not mad about it. Could be smoother, but I'm not mad about it.
Bringing the bluegrass vibes.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever those are.
I hate that. Okay, bluegrass. Yeah, what is bluegrass? Somebody's saying
let's look up.
I'll fiddle. Okay, yeah, no. I like fiddle. So let's maybe do Chad, I don't know where to take this other than just like augmenting some of these letters.
Let's see.
Oh, I hate when I get
distinctive,
stuck.
fast tempo, little vocal harmonies, all rooted in folk music, Southern strings. Let's see. On and off beats of rhythm. Ooh, that's right up your alley. You could do something visual with that.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. What about visual elements? What's crazy. Like... I'm helping you out here. Let's
just fiddle with it and you'll get it.
Oh, who wrote that?
Get out. Wade, get out of here.
Just fiddle with it. That's the name of the album. Just fiddle with it.
Okay. I hate this so much. So okay, here we go. Let's try this.
Yeah, banjo, mandolin. Yes. Upright bass.
Yeah.
It's fast paced.
Okay. I'm going to go a different direction, chat, because I got stuck. See, Nick doesn't get stuck. Nick just has the right answers every time. Okay, so I'm gonna get one of these, and I want to try to do a camel case, which is when you go back and forth between uppercase and lowercase.
Good idea. Since you only have one font, you've got to make your variety and your like kind of contrast as best as possible.
Yep.
There you go.
And I'm trying to find letters. I want lowercase letters that are half height. Which all of these are full height. Oh my gosh. I'm going to explode. Nothing's working. Okay, so when nothing's working, that's fine. We can go over here and we are going to go to Adobe Fonts. I'm going to go to Adobe Fonts real quick, chat. Please
Are there some music or bluegrass inspired fonts maybe? You got music?
It's possible. I don't have enough of a like concept of what
Americana
Venice Boulevard is on Adobe Fonts?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Look at that. Okay.
What about Americana or Nostalgia? Nostalgic fonts?
Yeah, we can do like a wood type font. And yes, small caps. Yes, 100%. I am going to pass out. Okay.
Go to Browse All.
I can't. I'm lost.
Go.
I need an adult help. Chad, help me.
Go to Browse All.
Okay.
And then go hit the more styles or whatever they're called.
Okay.
The styles are on the left, so you can see all the little. Yeah. So click on the more. What do you got there? Anything
Western?
Western. That would be kind of fun. Ooh. I see some. Yes.
Okay.
I see some.
Okay.
What else do we got?
This is a nice one.
I like that.
Wasau.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else we got?
Wasau,
here?
it's going to sync for us, hopefully.
Okay.
Not yet.
Coming in hot.
Not yet. Please do. Oh, it's because I have filters on. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What is that?
Whoa. Bluegrass City right there.
I don't know what this is, but I have to have it. Okay, we're going to download this because this is cool. Okay,
Oh,
and this is what I was talking about having contextual alternatives, is having
Yeah.
ones that like have different versions
Mhm.
of style. So we'll let that sink, and while that sinks,
That's a good one to mess around with a little bit. That's got some feels like it does feel like an old album cover art like font.
yes,
Love that.
yes,
Ooh.
sync faster, sync faster, go. Whoa,
Oh, that's another. Oh, that's
oh,
a
it's
what's that
sinking.
one? That's the famous what was that one used in that was so famous? I think it's an
I
old
don't
like
know.
movie title. Was it a Christmas Carol or
Small amount of
Christmas Story
oh, Christmas Story.
or Family Ties? One of
Use Colt. Yeah, I actually have Colt. The Kyle Anderson. That's a great idea. Let's do Colt.
Okay.
I think I already have that. Yeah.
Mm.
Right? Okay, here.
Ooh,
Okay, let's do
stack
this.
it.
Okay,
Stack it.
yes.
Stack it. There you go.
We're going to stack it, and then we're going to
Oh, get your Y in there.
condense it. Oh. Okay,
You're
so we're going to do
pulling a Nick
this.
there.
Yeah. And then I'm going to okay. No, I got it. Chat. Calm down. Okay.
Chat's doing fine. I think you're the
Chat's doing fine.
Chat's just fine.
Sorry, chat. I just got so loud.
How
Okay.
about type out a few like question marks and symbols and stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll.
No, I got it.
don't
I
know.
got it. Okay. Here we go. So we're
Chat,
gonna go
he's got it.
here.
He's got it, guys. Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay, we're gonna go here. Yep. Okay, we're going somewhere, and then I'm gonna fill in. I'm gonna use my little shadow trick. So I'm gonna add a new
Here
fill.
comes that hot rattle magic. You can see it. It's
And
just
then we're
happening.
going to choose. Just I'm gonna do this like.
Look at him. He's in the flow. He's in
I'm
the flow.
I'm in the flow.
Yeah.
Let's observe Andrew in his natural habitat. Okay. Here. Yep. Oh, my meter limit is too low. Okay.
Yeah.
Stroke, meter limit, taking that up. So the meter limit is what's happening on that B over there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need to round it out. Yep. Not mad about it.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we're going to take the stroke and I am going to pull it behind the text. Actually, I like it on both. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this. I think that's fun. Yes. Okay. Duplicate that, pull it behind. And then on this stroke, I'm going to add an effect. I'm going to go to path. I'm going to offset. Nope. I'm going to go to path and I am going to go to distort and transform. Transform. We're going to go one by one. And then we are going to make 20 copies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make 10 copies. Okay.
20
right
was
there.
too much.
Yep. Okay.
Looks good.
Looks good. Hit OK there. And boom, done. Bollywood.
There you go.
Boom. Check it out. We did it, chat. My goodness. That took way too long. Thank you.
Oh, Mega Chat's back.
Mega Chat.
Mega Chat is back.
Chat, I'm so sorry. I have to go back to where we were.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Someone's Wade brought up the touch type tool. That's always a good one.
Oh yeah,
Always
touch type
forget
tool
that
would be
one.
great.
That's good.
I'm sorry,
Good.
chat. I made you small again. Here, let me get you.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. Close enough. Yeah. All right. And someone saying you need to show the music. Oh gosh. Yes. And someone just said, I don't know how to do that effect. Yes, we have a whole episode that is all about text effects using the appearance panel. Really, really awesome way to do your effects using the appearance panel. All right.
A good one.
Nick.
What do we got next?
Rest in peace, Nick. Yeah, Nick got covered again. Sorry, chat. We got about 5 minutes left here for the 5 years of Adobe Office Hours.
It all adds up.
Let's do a hot take.
Yeah.
Maybe something that like we haven't talked about on the show before. Let's cause a little controversy. Send it out with something spicy.
Okay.
What is a hot take that you have from the last 5 years?
Gosh, from the last 5 years?
Mine is such a hot take. You go.
Ooh, let's start with yours because like I think it's gonna probably be a meaty one. Go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. We should have stayed anchor points. I
my God.
loved the anchor points name and the branding and the segments. I loved anchor points.
Wow.
And chat, we might make a comeback in a little while with some of those segments, but that is my hot take. Is that I loved anchor points, and I think we should have stayed. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I disagree, but I understand why. Yes, it was a whole refreshing new take. I think it was what the name should have been originally, but there was so much equity when we came back as office hours, it was like we never left.
That's
So
true.
there was a little bit of that, but I agree. I think we got re-energized with it because we got to do some fun new graphics. And I remember when we were looking at a list of names and we saw that, we both agreed immediately
It
that
was
that
great.
was just as good as off because I remember when office hours was chosen. It was that's it. That's a zinger. That's
Yep.
the one. So interesting take on that. Yeah, man. I think that's a good one. Let's see, a good hot take on mine. Uh, you'll agree with this one. I was probably too nice with portfolio reviews.
Oh, I think that we both were too nice with portfolio reviews at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, Chad, we used to do portfolio reviews all the time, which
Yeah.
I can confirm will be making a comeback. That's the secret that you get to know, is that we will be doing portfolio reviews again in the new format of office hours. But I agree that we both were really nice, and I think that we should have been meaner.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. But like, I think there's a way to not meaner, but more like not afraid to
Oh,
bring out
I want to be
to say,
mean.
yeah, I see there. Yeah, I know. That's why I think counterpoints work so well because sometimes we have the same opinion, but we approach it differently.
Yep,
That's
100%.
what, that's really cool. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Okay, that's another. What other hot takes do you guys have
Yes, Chad,
in
let us know.
chat?
What are your hot takes?
That's a good one. Let us have it too.
Yeah,
Like,
let us have it. Yeah, give us
let us
the
have
feedback
it.
as we move into the new format.
Mhm.
What have we not like? What hot takes do we have from the past of office hours?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, what was the most embarrassing moment?
Most embarrassing moment. I think that my most embarrassing moment, there have been a couple of brand slams or like branding demos that we've done that like I just give up like 20 minutes in. And then I know that I have to fill 30 more minutes. But I'm like, this is not a good idea. It's not going anywhere. I don't have any good ideas. And I just like am crumbling. I think that those are my most embarrassing moments that I'm like, I have to fill this space. And I
Yeah.
know that it's not going to be good. And then I look over and see Nick
Yeah.
just like murdering the project like it's something he's been working on for 3 weeks. That's
I,
my most embarrassing. What about you?
I would say to count first to just react to that. I think it's great when both of us are in that zone and it's something that we're showing on Adobe Live that not you don't always have the answers every single time. I've been there 1,000 times too, and you're just like, this isn't working. Just keep going because I want to see other people I watch do the same thing. So that's it. Embarrassing ones, I think one time I didn't realize the mic was on and someone realized what a foul mouth I had.
Yes, that actually is one of my favorite. Yes, that's one of my favorite office hours moments of a law. I think I've done that as well. So you had that moment, and I had one where chat put in there like it's time for my favorite show, and I was like, "That's right, it's your favorite show." And the
Yeah.
mic was on, so that was one
Yeah.
of my favorites that's happened as well.
Oh, we've got a few there.
Got a few hot takes. All right.
Yeah.
I like the show best on Fridays. It was a great way to end the week. I agree. Love shows on Fridays.
Yeah.
We do have
Just too
something
close.
new coming to you on Fridays. There are so many secrets. There is something new coming on Fridays, starting sooner than later. Ooh. And what's the other one there?
Oh, let's see. There was one above Elizabeth's. Was that a hot take? I can't tell. Hot take, making office hours logo with
Oh,
Firefly.
hold on.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, Marcy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that is such a hot take and such a call out. Is we did the renditions of the OH
Yeah.
to use as an outro, and I never did that. That is 100% true. That is 100% my
Oh,
fault.
that's a burn.
And
I didn't see that at the end.
I 100% apologize for that. I need to go back through and do that for the new version of the show. Please, Marcy, if you see that, please. I think that like that is my hot take is that there's been a bunch of things that we've like said we're going to do that I just like forget and then don't do. So chat, if that ever happens, please just let me know and remind me because I'm not
Yeah.
avoiding it. I just completely forget that it exists. It just happens.
That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Oh, how many times do we say like, "Oh, we'll get to you. We'll promise that," and it's like, forget.
Oh, one of my favorites is looking at my Behance inbox and seeing a message from like 3 years
Yeah.
ago that's like, hey, let me know. I'm sorry. So yes, I apologize, chat. Nick, in the last
Yeah.
5 seconds that we have, give us one piece of advice for the next 5 years of office hours.
Ooh, I've got a good one. Try to do something that is not based on a brief, not based on instruction, but is 100% all you. So passion projects, summer coming up, perfect time to do it.
Yes. And my advice is keep watching and wait to see what happens with the next version of Office Hours. So thanks, everybody. We will see you next week in the chat, but we will be talking about how to start your creative career. So it'll be a good kind of podcast episode, but please tune in next week, and then we will be back very soon with a new version of Adobe Office Hours built just for you. Ooh. All right. Bye, everybody. Happy 5 years.
Bye-bye.